Hey guys, so this is related to the Idaho 4. This is a tweet from Crypt Lord 3D, and this is related to Dylan Mortenson. She is one of the surviving victims of the Idaho 4 massacre that happened on November 13th in the early morning hours, which took the life of Xana KERNOLE, Ethan Chapin, Maddie Mogan, and Kaylee Gonzalez. They were believed to have been killed in their sleep between the hours of 4 a.m. in the morning and 4:25 in the morning. And this person believes that even if Dylan had called 911 at 4:15 a.m., that all of them would have still died as a result of their injuries because he's stating bleeding out takes 3 to 4 minutes. And that's, yes, in some cases, depending on what arteries and organs were hit at the time. Sometimes bleeding out can take 20, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. It depends on the type of injuries that you have. So I just want to clarify that. But according to Crypt Lord 3D, he believes that Kaylee, Maddie, and Ethan were already dead by 4:15, and Xana was bleeding out on the floor, and that is evident by the blood that is, or excuse me, the red brownish-like substance dripping down the backside of Xana's bedroom. But I'm just curious what your thoughts are on this. Also, part of the rendering, which I thought the renderings that were attached here were pretty good, and it appears that based upon these renderings, they do have some notable issues with it. One is they mistaken Dylan's room for Xana and Ethan's room. We know that the depiction here, where it says Dylan in big letters and backwards it says Xana and Ethan's bedroom, somebody has managed to add the wrong larger labels to that because we know Dylan's room was near the kitchen on the back side of the house, and Ethan and Xana's room were on the front side of the house because, again, it is uh, noticeable that there is a substance dripping out of this back side, and it would not have been on the back side of that house on that particular angle had this depiction been accurate. However, still good. And here is a better rendering of where the red light substance is dripping down on the home. And this is properly labeled Xana's room on this picture here. But this is what I really thought was interesting. This is the first that I've seen of this. I know it's making its way around YouTube and other social medias, but somebody did a um, um, I don't know, I want to say rendering, but it's not really a rendering. It's kind of a um, I'll
Attempt to
just let you
park
watch it.
or turn
But this
around
is
in the
Brian.
road. Then it
This
continues
this is to believe that the path that Brian Koberger traveled that morning prior to the slaying of these four students. And let's just take a look.
with residents. It appeared to unsuccessfully attempt to park or turn around in the road. Then it continues westbound on Queen Road to the intersection of Queen and King Road, and where it does a 3-point turn and then drives eastbound again on Queen Road. And then it drives around, and I believe this is where I'm just putting in what I think is that he drove up around into the parking area that's behind the 1122 residence. And it remains there from probably something like 4:05 or 4:06 up until 4:20. And then at 4:20,
And it looks like it cuts off where he says and at 4:20, but we know at 4:20 is when the affidavit states that they saw a white Hyundai sedan, Elantra, speeding off at a high rate of speed. So again, I just thought this was interesting. I'm curious as to what your thoughts are as to whether if Dylan called law enforcement or not that morning when she saw the masked intruder. Do you believe any of the victims would have survived their injuries? Personally, for me, I'm still, undetermined because I don't know where Xana was struck with a knife, and it is possible she could have been there for much longer than 3 to 4 minutes as she bled out. So it's just a sad case. If you guys are just following me, I am Bullhorn Betty, and I'm covering the Idaho 4, which is the slaying of four university-age students on off-campus housing on the outskirts of the University of Idaho, which is located in Mascow, Idaho. The four people that lost their lives in it, I believe I said at the beginning of this video, were Kaylee Gonzalez, Maddie Mogan, Ethan Chapin, um, uh, and Xana KERNOLE. So, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification button so you don't miss any important updates on this case. I have made two tours out to Mascow, Idaho, and have followed this case. I was also one of the first people to report the possible connection between Wazoo, which is Washington State University, and the University of Idaho. That was posted on December 2nd. So stay tuned. We are working very hard to get as much information out on this case as possible. God bless each and every one of you. If you don't forget to be fearless. If you see something, say something. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of fear. Good day.